All right. So, what I want to do now is I want to add powers to the heroes, or be able, or we're able to add powers to the heroes. Uh, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how to do this. That's all right. Time for some good old vulnerability. Also, one of my code links just pointed out how initially, say with Daredevil, it didn't change the button, so we still only saw the previous button and not the next button with him. So I don't know why it worked, but what I needed to do is over in my hero routes where I was consoling the uh the data, consoling the request.body. I removed that line, and yeah, that fixed it somehow. I don't know why I did it, but it did. Anyways, okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add powers for a for a hero. Okay. So we'll need a checkbox. I know that for the heroes because this will be we'll be able to select multiple values. And I think what I want to do is since we're selecting multiple values, I want to take what we select and store it inside of an array. That seems easy enough. And I think if we have that array, then we could do a con.execute and we could actually um, like write the query and then pass in that array as the second argument. Um, we're gonna see if this works. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know, but we're gonna try. So I'm gonna start off. This will be on the hero single. So I'm going to make I'll call it a power form. Power form. So in pages, I'm going to create a new file, powerform.ejs. I'm going to include my header, my footer. I'm gonna believe in myself, give myself a shot. Even though I'll be honest with you, I don't quite know what I'm doing right here. I have an idea in my mind, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Okay, and let's do main class main, the ID power form. Just gonna make container right here, and I'll just add the text power form for right now. Just something that I just display. Just want to see if we want to get it to connect first, and then we'll do all the other stuff. Also gives me time to think about what I'm doing. All right, so there we go. There's my power form. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to come over to router.js, and I'm going to put this at right below my hero form. And I'll just make a comment right here. For forms and the pages. So here we go. This will be my power form. We'll say router.get /power form. Takes a request and response. And we know we wanted to render pages /power form. And the title will be power form. Name will be add powers. Also know that we're going to need endpoints. I'm thinking of some other stuff that we may need. I think we'll also need the ID of the hero. So what I'll do is I do / hero ID right here. And I'll say const hero ID is going to get request params hero ID, and we'll pass in hero ID. I think I'm going to need that. All right, so the idea is when you click on this link, it's going to go to Powerform / and then whatever the ID of the hero is. So that way, if we get the ID of the hero, then we know who to pass, which hero to pass this information on to. That's the idea that I have. So let's go to the hero single. And let's add a link. So we have our list of powers here, as we can see right here. There's our list of powers. And let's put it below. I didn't mean to do that. Let's put it below the list. Yeah, I think we'll put it below the list, and I'll make a link that says as if they needed more, add powers. Well, that add powers will be a link. So this will be anchor tag href, and we'll pass in / this will be / power form / and then in here we're going to pass in, was it data.hero _ ID. Make sure you close your EJS up. Oh, what'd I do? Is it need more? Okay, and then I'm going to close that opening tag right there, and I'll say add powers. So now when I come back at my page, as if they need more, add powers, and I click on add powers, and we get an issue right here. Cannot find closing. Okay, so let's see, where is that? That's somewhere in my power form.ejs. Let's see. I forgot something somewhere. Oh, right here. That's why I didn't close that up correctly. There we go. And there's my power form. Cool. So we have that. Now we're ready to add some powers. So with this power form, we're going to need to get access to all of the powers. Okay. And the powers, what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to say select all from power. So we got in our database, we have 26 different powers. Okay. And so we need to get access to them. And we're going to do that when we go to this particular link. Okay. So we need to go to router.js. We're going to add some stuff in here. We need to make an Axios call. We got to get the data from power and then pass it in our render. Okay. So we're going to say right here, I'm going to say Axios.get, and I need that URL, which is http://localhost. I need backticks instead. I'm going to pass in port/API/power, because that is the one that's going to return all of the different powers. Then I'm going to take this response and do what with it? Then we're going to response.render. Okay. And we're going to add in here, going to add a property powers, and that's going to be response.data. So this here should return all of the powers in the form of an array. And yeah, that should do that. Okay, cool. Now what I want to do is I'm going to come back over here to my form. Where are you, Power Form? Here you are. Okay. And so there's my container. I'm going to make a form. Right now, this action, I'm just going to leave that blank for right now. Because I haven't written up my DAO yet, saying what I want to do. I'm kind of working the other way this time. Class form, ID power form. Okay. And so now let's add the powers. All these powers are going to be checklists. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to say, let me see. I'm going to come over here to Bootstrap and see how they do checks. So I think we'll create this form check for each one. Yeah. We'll just do this. So create a form check for each power. So it's all going to be a bunch of different divs. And we'll display that. So we won't need a let's do, I'll just do a div and I'll just call it checkbox. I'll call it form dash checks, and I'm going to give it a class d dash flex. Gonna give it a flex wrap. I'm also, I think I could just do that. I think that'd be fine to start. Okay. And So now what I want to do here is I want to say, hey, for each power that I have inside of powers, make this stuff. Okay. So here we need some EJS, and we're going to say powers dot for each power make sure that we open and close these EJS tags correctly. So for each one of these, we want to make this form check div. So I'm going to say form dash check, like so. And inside that form check, we need an input and a label. So do an input. The type will be checkbox. Okay. I'm gonna put these on different lines. So input type will be checkbox. The value will be, I'm going to pass in power.power. Bring that over there. So yeah, the value be power.power. No. Powers is the array. Power is an object. Someone's asking, it should be powers.power. Powers is an array. That's that entire array. And so we're saying, hey, we're going to loop into that array and give me just the power, because there's also the power ID, because each power is an object. So powers is an array containing an array of objects that we name power. So we want power.power. That's going to return elasticity, absorption, luber, strength, what have you. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. And we can give it an ID, and I'll give it an ID of power, and then pass in power underscore ID. Let's see, that's type value ID. I think that's good. Then we need the label. So the label's got to match the ID. So it's going to be power, and then passing in power underscore ID. And also we need to add a class. What was that? Form check input. I'm sorry. Yeah. Form dash check dash input. Yep. And this needs a class. Oh, wrong place. Form dash check dash label. And the label right here will pass in power.power. And I think the value we should be passing in the power ID. Yes, because that is going to be the data that we collect. We want the ID because, again, this is going to go into our hero to power table. So we're not passing in the actual name of the power, we're passing in the ID. So that should be, the value should be power.power_ID. And the label is going to read power.power. And here, let me do this. Okay. So let's see what this looks like. Fingers crossed. Come back over here, Powerform, and refresh. And whew, there it is, first try. Got all the powers right there. Obviously, this is very difficult to read. So what I'm going to do with these form checks is I'm going to add a little, I'm going to say MY3 MX-3. Add a little margin on left and right and top and bottom, and there we go. And that takes care of that. Cool. So now we have a form. We don't have a submit button yet, but we have something here, and we can click on these. So, and again, with a checkbox, you should be able to select multiple items. So make sure that you can do that. Okay. Cool. After we got that, we just need to add the button inside of the form. So that's going to go outside of that form checks div. And I'll also add on this form checks, I'll add a MB-5 class. And here I'll put my button. This button is going to be type submit role button class. I'll say BTN and BTN. Again, I'll just do primary. I mean, not worried about the styling right now. And then I'll say add powers. And come back in, refresh, and voila, there we go. We've got our form together. So I'm going to stop this video right here. And then what we'll do in the following video is we're going to see if and how we can collect this data and do stuff with it. All right. So we'll do that in the next video.